Well, good students, welcome again to this episode. This is essay number 3. Essay number 3, this is the PAL, the novella, KCSE, the year is 2022. So we are basing our arguments on the predictions that we are making. And this essay number 3 is based on what we've recently been doing in that order of procession, that is from essay 1, 2, 3. And now, here is essay number 3. Now, if in case you're coming across this work and it's your first time, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Look, that is the only way that you stay hooked, you stay around for the future updates. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to be left out. If I were you, I would hook on and never want to be left out in the future updates. Welcome. So, good. This is an essay exam style question. Failure to positively respond to wise counsel often leads to suffering and frustrations. Failure to positively respond to wise counsel often leads to suffering and frustrations. Introduction. Sometimes in our lives, we're given advice by our friends which at times take for granted. Such action may lead to suffering and regret. Take Juana for example. Juana advises her husband to throw away the pearl because according to her, it was evil and it will destroy them. She suggested that they break it between stones, bury it and forget the place, or even throw it back into the sea. Kino could not hear of it and claimed that it was their only chance. He ended up losing the pearl which he intended to keep. Another good example is Juana Thomas. Juana Thomas cautioned his brother to be careful on the way that he handles the pearl. He suggests that Kino looks for a way of selling the pearl locally other than using an agent like it had been done by other sellers who ended up losing. He also discourages him from going to the capital to sell the pearl. Kino does not follow the advice. He refused to sell the pearl. It later brought him problems and he ended up throwing it away. The merchants. The dealers advised Kino to take 1,500 pesos for the pearl, which Kino thought was too little. According to the neighbors, 1,000 pesos was not to be thrown away, the kind of money that he had never handled before, and they thought that he was a pig-headed fool for not accepting their offer. Kino does not take the advice and ends up losing the son in the process. Our final good example is Kino. Juana had been advised by her husband Kino to stay in the cave and ensure that the baby does not cry. She, however, moved to the entrance of the cave and exposed the baby. When Coyotito cried, the trackers thought that it was a coyote and shot the baby. Failure to follow her husband's advice led to the loss of their son. And in conclusion, good students, it would be wise to follow advice given by sincere people to avoid regretting later. Once more, if you're coming across this work and it's your first time, the best thing that you can do to yourself and also to me is subscribe. By subscribing means that you will stay updated or you stay hooked for the future updates. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to be left out. And as we started this particular journey of trying to do what we call surveying the old text and trying to see possible exam questions, essay questions that are likely to be tested, you wouldn't want to be left out. And above all, wish you the best in your endeavors. Good day for now.